was up here for a little while, right when my dad went in the hospital and was able to be there during the last few days that he was alive. And then I went back home and got here Thursday night. And while I was at home, I was able to gather some of the things that you see displayed here. But when I got here Thursday night, I thought, man, I know that Ben and Pop have got a bunch of stuff, and I've got to get through that and see if I can't, gather the other things that I want to put up. And of course, yesterday was running, and last night I started in on the pictures, boxes of pictures. And I kept going through, and I kept thinking, I know that there's pictures here that would help people understand who he was better. And I would find all these things that would remind me of different stories and experiences that I had with him. I kept thinking, just one more package, just one more package. I was organizing things according to all the pets that they had and how much he was willing to love unconditionally, and just, he always had more room in his heart, in his wallet, on his watch. He always had room for one more pet, one more kid, one more holiday, one more vacation, one more meal. And finally, it was just after 4 this morning, and I think Heavenly Father must have smacked me upside the head and said, there's never ever going to be enough pictures for them to know him the way you know him. Go to bed. But it also made me realize that I can't know him the way that you know him, because I was somewhere else. That's why we're asking for your stories. He had an amazing ability to touch people's lives. And service is probably the thing that I know the best from him. I want to share one example. Tom talked about the fact that after my parents moved here, kind of to be with us, because we had all the grandkids, we started into a business that was not here. And I was pregnant with what we thought was our 5th child when Tom really started spending the majority of the time in Arizona on the tractor. And about a month before our twins were born, we found out we were having twins, and it wasn't time for their due date. It was a month away. And so Tom was still down there, and my dad would come and help. And one time after the twins were born, Tom had to go back to Arizona on this 6th day after they were born. And I remember one day, I don't know how many of you women have nursed babies, but it seems like it takes all your time. And when you try to do 2 at a time, man, like I felt like putting a sign on the door that said, enter at your own risk and prepare to be flashed, because I was always nursing the dang babies. And if I wasn't nursing the babies, it was to stuff something in my face and get ready to feed them again. And my dad sat in the kitchen one day, and I was sitting in the recliner, just 10 feet away from him, and I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, I'm sorry that he has to be here for hours and hours, and it's got to be driving him crazy. And I finally said, doesn't it drive you nuts just to sit there and wait for me to need something? And he just chuckled, and he said, well, isn't that what you need? Don't you just need somebody to sit here and wait for you to need something? And I thought, that right there kind of sums up his whole life. That's how he loved, and that's how he served. He reminds me so much of the Savior. In the midst of whatever storm, you could go and stand by him. And it was like this peace would come, even at the hospital. The last day, that morning they came in to check his pulse, and it was only 40. And I thought, oh my gosh, I gotta call Mom. I need to call Mom, because what if she's not here when he passes away? Or, oh no, what if he goes while she's on her way? And, well, maybe I should just leave her alone. I know she's tired and she's kind of starting to get sick. And I just kept going back and forth and spinning in my head faster and faster. And I finally just looked over at him and I was like, what do you want me to do? I don't know what to do. He wasn't able to answer me physically, but in my mind I heard him say, let her rest. Just let her rest. And all of a sudden, all these things were so clear in my mind. Things like, you can't change God's timing with the phone call anyway. If she's supposed to be here, she'll be here. If she's not supposed to be here, she's not going to be here. It's never worth panicking. Just be still and remember who's God. All these things that are part of Him became so clear in my mind and in my heart. And I think in that moment, when I heard him say that to me, it was about my mom, but it was about me. Just rest and trust God. That's what he always did. He was human, sometimes kind of a jerk. Thank heaven he would have been translated. But I'm grateful for the life that he lived. And I'm grateful for the peace that he gave. And I'm grateful that he usually found the silver lining. And I'm grateful that he was a lighthouse to so many people. And I'm grateful that he's up there working out some jokes to be played on all of us. And I don't know what else to say besides the fact that I love him and I'm glad you love him too.